Hi friends, it's me. When I was in Reno, I had a message from one of the followers asking if I would go over the different parts of the hive, and I would love to. So this is a little hive that I purchased when I was at the Bee Expo. It is a Langstroth hive, and that's probably the most common kind of hive that people use. The benefit of a Langstroth hive is that the frames are free flowing, so basically you can do a hive check and you're not disrupting the bees, you're not kind of destroying any comb. It's probably the most easiest way to do a hive check and less disturb the bees. So a Langstroth hive can come in a 8 or a 10. You could also get nukes. It's kind of the same kind of system, except it's just different sizes. So a Langstroth hive can also come in plastic. It can come in wood. I'm a big fan of wood, and that's just my personal preference. So let's dive into this a little bit. So I'm going to start from the bottom. Okay, so this is actually what a hive looks like all together. This is your bottom board. This is like your brood box. This could be another brood box or maybe a honey super, and this is your honey super, and this is your outer cover. So let's just take this apart. It's easier for me to start from the bottom, and we can kind of go through all this. Okay, so the very bottom of it is this. So this is your bottom board. This is where the bees enter to go into their hive. Most important thing I have to suggest with the bottom board is that you don't paint inside of here. When you're painting your hive, or if maybe it comes wax dipped, who knows, you just paint the outside. So you paint anywhere the bees don't touch. And that will preserve your wood and keep your hive a little bit longer. So this is your bottom board. This is an entrance reducer. So this is your entrance reducer. So this keeps out Mr. Rat. Not really, because they chew up through the bottom. But anyway, they're supposed to keep out Mr. Rat if it comes through the entrance. Also reduce the number of wasps going into your hive. Make it easier for the bees, give them less space that they have to defend. So that's your bottom board. So I'm going to go right from the bottom. Okay, so this would be your brood box. So this is deep, usually a deep, and you put that right on your bottom board and you push it up, you line it all up. And again, you can get an 8 frame, you can get a 10 frame, and a nuke would be like 5 frame, or you can even go to 2 frames. But so this is your brood box, this is your bottom box, and in that there's little frames. So this is very mini frame, but it's very similar to a real hive. The inside can be either a wax foundation or a plastic foundation. In my experience, the bees pull out the comb better if it's a wax foundation. So when you're actually doing your hive check, you kind of hollow out your frame. Now you have to be careful, do it really slowly, gently, almost like you're doing Tai Chi, and have a look, see if you can see your queen, what you're looking for, see your queen, look for eggs, look if there's any diseases, look to see if they have any resources. So you're looking this side, and then you flip it over this way, and you're looking this side. Again, you have to be really careful. You don't want to piss them off, and then you gently put it back. So you don't want to rattle your frames. That would really make them upset. Just very gentle. Another thing too, I'm throwing a lot of information at you, is that you always have to start with your outside frame and move in. And most of us are aware the brood nest is in the middle of the frame. So this is where you're usually going to find your queen. She lays up to 2,000 eggs a day, and she travels in and out of the hive and the frames, and she lays eggs. So this is your brood box, important part of the hive. This would be probably another brood box. So like, for example, when I talk about having a split, if there's too many bees in a hive, you want to put another box on to give them more room. If you don't put another box on, and if it's the season, they're going to swarm. So it's really important. All you have to do is either put another box on if it gets overpopulated, or split this box into 2. So this is basically another brood box, or it could also be a honey super. Depends, not the size of a honey super, but you can certainly use it as a honey super. And you put that on there, and again, you have to make sure it all lines up. So again, same thing. These have little frames in them. This will be all pulled out with wax. You have a little look. You're looking for the queen. You're looking for eggs. You're looking for resources. You're looking for diseases. And you turn it this way, and you have a little look, and then you put it back in. Again, the queen is usually found in the middle. That's where it's warmest. That's where it's most protected, and that's where she usually stays. Okay, and this here would be your honey super. So this is a smaller box. Some people use the supers or the medium medium boxes because it's less weight. I've done that in the past. The only thing I find is that if you use a smaller frame, you're going to have less eggs, less places for the queen to lay. So it's up to you. I mean, there's no rhyme or reason really if you do what you feel that you want to do. So this is your honey super. So this goes on the top. We don't have a queen excluder, but most times you put a queen excluder on the top, and that prevents your queen from going up and laying eggs in your honey. So that goes on like that. As you can see, this is a smaller box. This is a medium box. Now, a lot of people can kind of jump back and forth, and some people use a medium box as their brood box. It all depends on what your personal preference is. Everybody's different. Everybody beekeeps differently. Again, this is usually used for your honey. And then you have your inner cover. So your inner cover has a little space for the bees go in right here. And it also has a hole on the top so that you can provide feed. You want to feed your bees on top of here, and it gives the bees access to it by going inside the hive rather than outside. This is also really good to put your feeding on here, get it all contained, because if it's not contained, you're going to get a little bit of robbing going on. We don't want that. And this is your outer cover. It goes snug right here. And again, this actually protects it from the elements. I think that's everything. So I jumped a lot there and I added a lot of information. If you need clarification, just let me know. I enjoyed chatting with you. And if you have any questions, just leave them in the comment section. Okay, guys, take care. Bye-bye.